Get in there. It just finished. Everton 0, Sheffield United 1. I was feeling good. I was buzzing. So I said to Gonzo, can we go on and do a quick video? So he said, all right. He sort of appeared here. He doesn't really know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
I just said to him, now, do you know the screen? Nah, I don't know what's going on, kind of thing. So after this, we're going to record the full channel video for tomorrow as well. But Gonzo just finished 1-0 Sheffield United at Goodison Park, which means we are 3 points ahead of Everton with 2 games to go. However, we have a 7-goal better goal difference, which means essentially we need 4 points to guarantee 7th place in the Premier League. 1 win should be enough. Everton we would need to lose 1. Everton would need to win both and overturn a 7-goal swing in our favour. So essentially, Gonzo, we are 1 win from European football, which is 7. We can still get Europa League. We'll discuss that as well in a minute. Well, 1 win from European football. What a magnificent position to be in.
I mean that's news to me. Crikey, that puts our Brighton result into context, doesn't it? Really, how did they manage to lose to Sheffield United? How did they do that one? That's really
up for it. Sheffield United were up for it. I'm telling you what, those boys put in a performance tonight. Sheffield United. They had a young lad up front. I think he was 17. Scored the goal as well. But they're playing like the pressure's off. Their defenders were going in for tackles. They played really well tonight, Sheffield United. It was a deserved win as well. But Everton are just atrocious at Goodison Park, unfortunately for us, kind of thing. But it's let us off. It's a bit of a let off. But 1 win from European football.
You'd be mad. You'd be mad if you're Everton. What's the point? It was pointless them beating us. Basically, they went to all that trouble to beat us, to drag us back and bring us into distance, and they go and do that. Crikey, they're worse than we are out of form at the moment.
Anyway, how are you feeling for 1 win from European football? I know you're not keen on the competition. Ignore that for a second. Okay. Just think of it's some form of European football. 1 win, European football.
It's what it is, regardless of what I feel about the that particular competition. It's a massive achievement off the back of last season when you look at what's happened, when you look at where we are. And I still think, regardless, as I say, whether I rate the tournament or don't rate the tournament, it is actually important in terms of attracting players to your club. And make no mistake about it, even if it is the Mickey Mouse European Conference Cup, it's still better than not having European football as far as signing players is concerned, because what it does, it validates your good season as well. You're able, if a team haven't particularly heard of you before, if a player hasn't particularly heard of West Ham before, they're probably aware of the big clubs of Chelsea and Man City and Man United and whatnot. They might say, oh, West Ham, they were the ones that were up near the top for most of the season in the Premier League. Oh, and then they got European football. Oh, yeah, okay, I could see myself signing for them. They're a club that mix it around the top of the Premier League. That's a really, really important thing in terms of buying players and possibly in terms of keeping 1 or 2 as well.
Yeah, we'll deal with the Europa Conference League in a video. We're going to record it tomorrow. We'll probably go up Tuesday night. We'll have the preview for the West Brom game tomorrow night, as always. But 1 win from the next 2 games. For those who don't know, like I said at the start of the video, we need to win 1 of our 2 to get 7th at least, which then gives us some form of European competition. We can still get 6 as well before 6th place though, Gonzo, to get 6th or even 5th possibly. Obviously, we're level points with Tottenham as it stands. So currently the league table is West Ham are 7th, Spurs are 6th with equal points, but Tottenham have a better goal difference. However, West Ham's remaining 2 fixtures are West Brom away on Wednesday, followed by Southampton at home on Sunday. Spurs play Aston Villa, followed by Leicester City, who may need to win or at least draw in order to get Champions League football. And, I was a bit disappointed today when West Brom went 1-0 up against Liverpool and it was 1-1. Did you see that game at all? Did you see what happened?
I know nothing today, my friend.
You know nothing? It was right. West Brom went 1-0 up. Liverpool scored, made it 1-1. In the 94th minute, Liverpool got a winner. Alisson scored.
What? The keeper?
Yeah, he went up for a corner. Bang! It was a really good header as well. The keeper scored a winner in the last minute for.
I really have missed out today, haven't I? I don't know anything at all. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Do you know when I watched that and Liverpool scored the winner, I was a bit gutted because I thought, no, because Liverpool draw would be magnificent for West Ham, give us a chance to catch them.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it, right, and I thought actually long term, I say long term, in the next week, that's possibly a good result for us, Liverpool winning. What it does mean, it means Leicester are going to have to do something against Tottenham to keep top four. It means that Leicester are currently Champions League's in their hands. They're going to have to do something against Spurs on the last game of the season. Last thing we want is Leicester to go in there with fourth signed, sealed, and delivered kind of thing, and they don't need to beat Tottenham. We need them to go in against Tottenham in the last game, needing a win. I think the Liverpool win today does that. Yes, it means West Ham can't catch them, but 5th and 6th to West Ham are the same. It's 2 million difference. That's all it is. It's the same competition. It's 2 million difference. That's all it is. So I think while it's a bit gutting to watch Liverpool get that win, and you thought, oh, we can't catch them. We weren't, even if we did, we would have just finished 5th. We weren't going 4th. So I actually think long term, I think it's a good result, Liverpool winning, actually. And I think we're going to finish 6th, Gonzo. I still think we're going to finish 6th.
That would be a magnificent season. That really would. If you look at the teams, and look at the teams in the top 10, forget anything else. Teams in the top 10, it's a magnificent achievement. If you can finish 6th, and then build off the back of that and have a better team next season than we did this season, because those others will, by the way. I think it'd be magnificent. 6th would be a hell of an achievement, and almost makes Thursday night football worth it, basically.
We need to basically better Tottenham's results to get 6th. To get 6th, we probably need 2 wins. Tottenham will then need to get 1 win and a draw, and that's good enough for West Ham. Basically, Tottenham cannot win both games. But yeah, I think we'll get 6th. I still think we've got a bit of 6th, but it's back in our hands again. I just think this win today for Sheffield United is giving everybody a boost and giving everybody a bit of a lift. Social media, I know you're sort of taking a break from it at the minute, and you got a bit sick and tired of it kind of thing. But the last 24 hours of it since the full-time result, it's been a bit like there's a bit of anger kicking around, a little bit. I think it's just frustration and disappointment, and I think some people are getting frustrated and disappointed at the performance and the result last night. And I think those that aren't frustrated and disappointed at the result are getting frustrated and disappointed at those getting frustrated and disappointed at them. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I've seen it before.
There's people bothered by the result, and the ones that aren't bothered by the result are bothered by the people that are bothered by the result. Since that full-time whistle went, like Goodison said, there's just a feel-good momentum going about the fans at the minute. Fans that aren't keen on the Europa Conference League, have been quite vocal about it on Twitter. If they've sort of parked that to one side for tonight, they're saying actually 1 win from European football is magnificent. We'll deal with the competition later. Obviously, some of them still don't want that new competition, but they're looking at the bigger picture, which is 1 win from European football is a huge thing. And I hope it just gives the boys a lift. You could tell last night from some of the players' interviews and that they were a little bit gutted that they knew it was a missed opportunity, and they were talking about how they were aiming for the Champions League, and I think they've almost struggled to accept that they missed out on the Champions League. If anything, their heads are down a little bit. I hope the result tonight for Sheffield United actually just gives them a bit of a boost and says, look, lads, one win gets us some form of European football. Fantastic achievement, really. And I was a bit worried. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit worried if Everton won today. It's the even points with us and Tottenham. The 3 of us are all on the same amount of points going into the final 2 games. There's a lot of pressure, but
Geo, let's be fair. Look at how Everton started the season with all their new players. Some really scintillating football. Calvert-Lewin looked like the best striker in the league at the time. It looked like they'd got a hell of a, with Rodriguez, they'd had a hell of a freebie from Real Madrid, and I mean they were scintillating. So even at that point, to think that we would finish above Everton is really quite something. I do. It's gone now from the chat, but what Tommy said was funny, really, because he said, "Wouldn't it be funny if we relegated Tottenham to the Conference League? That would be funny. That would be really, really funny if we got Europa and they got Conference. That would be really good. I mean, really good. That's a whole year's worth of bragging there, right?"
Definitely, because Jamie O'Hara earlier on TalkSport, he was on TalkSport, he did a tweet and he said, it's a positive. They obviously beat Wolves, and he said, it was a decent enough win. We're not that far away from the Champions League places, and said, plus we're above West Ham again.
Oh, did he know?
Yeah, West Ham Twitter were like, how small club mentality is that you're aiming to be above West Ham? I would just love it. That tweet's going to go viral. We overtake them again in the last game of the season, push them down in the Conference League, and we get that Europa League spot. I think it'd be magnificent. When I put out that we're 1 win away from European football, I had a Tottenham fan tweet me like, yeah, enjoy that Conference League against Macaroni FC. So I've screenshotted it.
Oh, of course you have.
I've screenshotted it. I've got my tweet ready for
listen, we'll do a t-shirt and a mug with that on.
Oh, definitely. No ladies' underwear. That's out the pit. We said we'd do underwear if we got Champions League. That's out the window. So we'll have to come up with something else. Swimming trunks, maybe.
Some Speedos. Good pair of pedos, mate.
Anyway,
no, we're not talking about ourselves, by the way.
Prince Andrew again.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anything you'd like to add before we disappear?
No, that's really, you know what, mate? I've walked down the end of the garden and you've cheered me right up. And I've even heard about a goalkeeper scoring a goal, which is, and you're going to tell me about what we're talking about for tomorrow's forum channel video. And I don't know about that apparently either.
Anyway, thank you for joining us in this impromptu video. West Ham are 1 win away from European football. That European competition, as it stands, will be the Europa Conference League. Gonzo don't like it. He don't want it. Irish Tommy's in the live chat saying he don't want it either. I'm a fan of it. I'm an advocate of it. We're going to do a debate video tomorrow, myself and Gonzo, and we'll publish it on Tuesday. Tomorrow night we'll have the preview. Tomorrow morning on the forum channel there will be a video. Gonzo doesn't know what the topic is, but I'll have to record that. But if you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel. And as always, catch you in a bit.